How do you integrate your chicks into the flock of chickens in a safe and secure manner? A monk on the hill here. And first, let me tell you how that went the last time that I had chicks. Then I'll tell you how I did it this time and also how I would do it next time. This is the one point I think it's pretty important, at least for me, is that it's natural hatching, which means there is a mama hen and she will actually take good care of whatever the chicks need, including safety. Last time the whole setup was pretty different. The coop was smaller, I did not have enough space in there, and the main difference was that the chicken that went broody, she sat just in an ordinary nest that was there for laying. I just left her sitting there for the usual 21 days, and when the chicks finally hatched, I moved them into the cage I'm having. That was mainly to protect the chicks from the other hens, and secondly, to protect their special feed from the other hens. Only what caught me by surprise that as soon as I moved them from the hatching nest into the cage, another chicken thought, oh, there's a space free, went there and started breeding. And the little ones are in the middle of the crowd without any problems. That's good. Shirley is back on the nest. She's not so happy, not getting any food. She'll get now. And believe it or not, that circle kept on going for about 5 hens in a row. So every time I freed the nest into the cage, the nest was occupied again. That meant all the chicks in the cage only had 21 days to be safe and good in there. Then they had to move out, make space for the next batch. That means I had to join the chicks to the rest of the flock within 21 days. And I would say that was a little too short. The chicks were still very small and could have easily been killed by another hen or the rooster. But luckily it all went well, except for this one little guy that got stuck behind the breeding nest, and the hen that was sitting in there, she was kind of aggressive, so she pecked on the little one's head. That one just tried to get even further behind the nest where he couldn't escape, and every time it beeped, the other hen pecked him again. Luckily I found him in time. He survived. By he, I mean it became a rooster, but there was quite some damage on his head. So I named him Zombie because with all that damage he's supposed to be dead, but he was still alive. Other than that, it all went quite well. So this time I was thinking I already have the cage. I have a lot of space in the new chicken coop, so if that hen wants to breed, I'll put her in there right away, that she'll have her privacy and her peace to do her job. That went actually quite well, but I wouldn't do it anymore because unfortunately this time it took the chicken 3 goes to finally have some chicks hatching. That means she was in that cage for 3 times 21 days. Plus additional days in between. By the end of it, she had to sit in there for almost 3 months, and that did not do her good. Well, when it was finally time that the chicks hatched, it was perfect for them. They were secure, and also the good thing is, within the cage with the wire mesh, all the other chickens could come up close but couldn't reach the chicks nor their food. So from day 1 on, everyone got used to the new life in the chicken coop. After another about 2-3 weeks, I realized that the mother hen desperately wants to get out of the cage. I have the feeling that Blackie, the mama hen, she wants to get out of the cage. The young ones are hopping and flying. Only the mother was very protective. As soon as one of the other chickens came close to the chicks, there was fighting going on. The mother bravely fought all the other chickens just to tell them all that the chicks are protected. But I realized that from the long time of breeding, that chicken wasn't in her best state anymore. That's when I just pulled another wire mesh through the whole coop. In that way, the chicks and the mother had more space to roam, and still there was contact through the wire mesh to the rest of the flock. Today is the day where the chicks will run free. They'll meet the other flock, and the mother has to reintegrate with the flock. Probably some fighting will go on. And this is a very important part of equipment that you want to have in such a situation. A stable cage, and down here is an opening where only chicks fit in. No other hens should be able to get in there. And also the food for the chicks will go in this small cage, so they still have a food source to get that the other chickens won't get to. They are pretty chilled at the moment, but let's bring in some action by putting some food along here. Only the rooster. He was and still is a respect person, and he made clear that he's the boss. So mother hen Blackie dominated all other chickens. Only the rooster, she had to get out of his way. He got used to all the little ones through the wire mesh. Well, behaved very well towards the little ones. A little peck every now and then, that was okay. By the way, pecking on the back of a chick or a chicken in general, that means it's just a sign of hacking order. It's just a little, you go away, it's my food. Pecking on the head, on the other hand, this is more a sign of aggression, so if you see that, you have to do something about it. And there was not only integration into the flock, There was also making sure that the cat is okay with these little floof balls. She was interested from day one as soon as they started beeping. But she also understood that these are chickens and they are okay. So all the time she was really interested, but always very calm. You can see that by the tail of the cat. If it would have gone crazy to the left and right, that means she's very excited when she sees the chickens. But no, she was just sitting there very calm and just watching. So I wasn't worried about that. And the same with the dog Lizzie. He's such a good boy that I was sure I don't have to worry about him. So everything went perfectly fine. Everyone is integrated and the young ones are roaming the outside with the mother. She is still leading them. Only one of the chicks, one day, it was missing. I think there must have been a big bad bird from the sky coming down, grabbing it and carrying it away. There was no sign, no feathers, no nothing. It was just gone. What I would do different the next time is, as soon as a chicken gets broody, I would put her in a separate nest and then already pull the wire mesh through the whole chicken coop. Now that I have the space, that gives the chicken the freedom to get up, take a sand bath, eat, drink, stretch, walk, and then go back to the nest. In that case, her moving space just wasn't enough, I would say. And if you cut off some of your chicken coop only for the young family, the contact with the other chickens is still given. They will get used to each other, and one day you can open it up and they will all join peacefully. Which of course brought me to the next problem. I was spreading food in the chicken coop again, which attracted rats. And now I'm really thinking about if I should try to build a rat trap with that panic room for the chicks, because they gathered in big numbers in there. If you want to see that, subscribe. I hope this information helped you. Leave a like or a comment how you are doing it, and see you in the next one.